Right, so Daz, you've had your first winter day on this, didn't you? So
yeah.
What was the thinking behind the design of the bike? Why have you chose to do it this way?
Right, I mean, we wanted to keep the original Lambretta shape, but obviously needed a bike that was thinner. Got all the mouldings done, so the bike was thinner, more aerodynamic, so it's just going to go faster. Yeah, we got this done also on the bike. This is like an add-on hump that we found that helps us to grip the bike when we're leaning over.
Yeah.
So when you're banked over, you can brace your knee, kind of like what you do on a motorbike. There, you hold on to that, just steadies you up a bit more. Bodywork, that's just a whole one-piece tub that you can take off, exposes all the engine, you can work on it really well. And tanks under there, we haven't mounted it on the front, we found it was better under there. Allows us to put the pipe in there, it's quite close to it, not a problem with heat or anything like that. We've got some heat resistant tape on it that helps all that stuff. But yeah, you've got the rear sets on there. But,
what's the engine in it?
It's a small block motor, so it's quite a unique by chalky motor. But it's got a super immola cylinder in there. Big stroke, big crank on it, so long stroke. And yeah, it's just trying to get the revs in there, trying to keep the revs, but also get a nice punch.
Are you still running 4-speed?
4-speed gearbox on it, yeah. So it's just a close ratio gearbox, no 5-speed.
What does it rev to?
About 10,000. So that's, you generally change gear a little bit earlier than that because there's no point. But on the straights, yeah, when you've geared it right, it should be pulling 10,000 revs.
And I heard that you made a lot of effort to make sure ergonomically it's similar to the size and shape you want in terms of bar position. And
yeah, I mean, I'm used to riding the bike a lot, so kind of like I get on with the drop handlebars, rear sets, that sort of thing. So we want to try and make it feel as much as you can like that, you know, quite stable at high speed.
And it hasn't got a lot of front brake. It's only got a
no. It's only an RS front brake. So
it's got RS front brake. Yeah,
it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, I haven't found it. It's limiting the back wheels moving around when we're on the brake, so it doesn't need any more front brake.
And is it a lot lighter? Do you know what the weight is?
Don't know what the weight is, but it's definitely lighter. You can pick it up yourself. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's quite a bit lighter, which makes it a bit flighty. So on fast bends, you've got to stabilise the bike. We've got a steering damper on it.
Yeah.
That helps. Probably going to modify that slightly. It just calms the steering down, just slows it down a little bit.
And what about the centre brace? Does that make a big difference to the handling?
Well, we never tried it without it, but the bike feels tight. The bike, the hand and the bike. I'm used to the Group 4 from last year, and that it kind of felt like it was flexing. Like the bike would start wobbling and just keep wobbling until you got out the corner. Whereas this doesn't wobble as much. Whether that's down to the lightweight, the design of the handlebars and all that stuff, I don't know, but it's. A few people have found that this brace helps with things like brakes and high-speed corners.
Do you know what the power output is now?
It's from chalky, so it's going to be 35 to 40, somewhere around there. I guess it depends what dyno you're using, and what time of the month it is on the bike. They're always a bit finicky, but yeah, it's going to be 35 plus.
And have you had any reliability issues with it yet?
We had a DNF at Croft, the front drive sprocket stripped, just ran over, so we changed that. It ain't a problem since, so it's ran well. I abused the bike quite a lot. Changed down a bit early and that sort of thing, and it's held together really well. So,
because running Scoot cooled, is it? Scoot cooled,
yeah, no fan. That's great. It's quite open there. It seems to get a lot of cooling. Some of our fastest laps have been on the last lap, so it isn't like it's getting heat soak, which some bikes can suffer from. But yeah, it's all seems to work quite well. We've got a temperature probe here for the exhaust. We're running the engine quite rich at the moment, just to make sure it all runs okay. So it's early days for the bike. It's quite a prototype, new design engine. As I say, using a small block motor, which is quite, hasn't been done before, other than my brother's bike from last year, which proved the design. So, yeah, it seems to go quite well.